This is Phil Bell from Freedomworks on the Daily Mojo, your morning update. So I'm going on the road, and that means today that I'm headed to the airport. If you've been following me on the Daily Mojo for any length of time, you know what tends to happen when I go to the airport. But I want you to think about something for a second. TSA, which I call time for sexual assault, and COVID mandates, and a lot of the other things that we don't like that the government does tends to come from the same poisonous tree. And that poisonous tree is the erroneous belief that we as individuals, we as the American people, are incapable of making decisions for ourselves. But you're probably wondering, how did we get here? Well, I hate to say it, but the answer is because of the way that we have approached our government. Now, every time you ignore what the government says, every time you decide that it's up to somebody else to deal with it, every time you say, I don't want to talk about politics, I don't care, I don't want to hear it, this is too difficult of a subject, let's put it aside, all of those things empower the government. Now, I'm with you. A lot of these things are very difficult. And even I, as somebody who is a devoted conservative, find it tough to have some conversations, especially with close friends or family. But the reality is, if we don't do these things and we cede our government to others, then the others are going to start to look at us like children. And once they start to look at us that way, then they have no problem with coming up with things like, hey, you have to wear a mask in order to go outside, or I have to touch your private area in order for you to get on an airplane. These are things that a free and engaged people would never agree with and would never even be attempted. On the other hand, a people who are totally distant and disconnected will receive that kind of a treatment because that's what we have merited. So the first thing I want you to do is get involved in your government. I don't care what it is, even if it's taking 5 minutes each day to find out what they're doing while you're surfing the internet. And the second thing is go to freedomworks.org and join our freedom teams. We will help keep you informed and tell you how you can get involved and stay involved so that we have the government that we want, not the government that someone else wants. I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the DailyMojo.com.